Test, test. Okay, I can be heard. Good. What do you mean 13 minutes? 13 hours? I have not been streaming for 13 hours, thank you very much. I don't know what Twitch is on, but it thinks I've been streaming for 13 bloody hours. I get it's the same stream name as my stream earlier, but I've not been streaming for 13 hours. Oh, can you not lag? Jump scare. God, why is she blinking so much? So many mornings I woke up confusion. My dreams don't do anything over you. Oceans of darkness that take me out right now. Why don't you I don't even like you too. Keep getting the timing wrong. 6 minutes past. past that. Definitely 10 minutes past, so I can go back in. Is it working? I've waited like more than 20 in-game minutes, so hopefully. Really? That is really weird. Maybe you accidentally clicked a setting? Yeah, I've been on and off watching my own streams just to make sure they're both functioning. Both the TikTok one and the Twitch one, they both seem to be working. I've had multiple runs into this temple and not gotten anything from it. The most recent one I did get some, so it definitely hasn't been fixed. But I doubt it would get fixed midway through playing it. Probably in case you wanted to have your Twitch to be like an audiobook or a podcast in the background. I don't really have much need for the money other than like cosmetic uses. Yeah, but I don't really have any use for the banded main thing. Well, I just need one specific fish, and apparently that's one of the ones this bag can give, I think. I should probably check. So one of my to-do list things, I've got relics. One of the relics requires a fish. Only one of them, I think, though. I think all the rest is like bugs. Centipede, butterfly. Wait, I can cross that one off and did that. The Ivrevan mermaid. Yeah, I need a lot of fish for the temple. I haven't done the Gossamer Veal Moth, but that's just something I can randomly do because they just spawn around killing her at night. Okay, I don't know who said this fish is one of the ones that you can get from it, but I definitely cannot. I've just checked the Paliapedia, and it is not one of the ones. So I'm going to stop doing this bug because I don't need 1,000 fish. Believe it or not. I don't think I have caught it before. Yeah, I definitely haven't fished before. Well, I've got one I physically can't do until I get two other people to like max level. One I can't do until I get Gina to max level. There's Eloise's crappy uncommon fish thing. Which actually... I wonder if any of the ones I got from that fishing bag are uncommon, because if so, I'll just shove them in Eloise's face. Okay, I think the Umbran Beta is uncommon. The Parlian Beta. Midnight Floatfish. Mossy Fin. Hicks... no. Lake Shark. Okay, so I might actually have a good shot at completing this one for Eloisa that I just can't be asked to do because it's such a specific type of fish. Apparently, for the level 4 friendship quest for Einar, there's an actual cutscene for it. And it looks very cute. But also, don't forget you can do rubbish piles in Bahari Bay and Kilmer Village, and there's a chance you can get missions from that. Like, just yesterday, I got a quest from it. Also, there's shit tons just around the maps. So if you go like on a proper explore, they spawn randomly around the maps. In Pari Bay, it's usually the beach. Nice. I don't like that song. So close. I'm one fish away from being able to finish Eloise's thing, so I think I need to do that fish glitch a bit more just to get it done. Because I think most of these I got from this bug. But yeah, I could do the trout dinner thing at some point. Especially for fucking uncommon starred fish. Eloisa can fuck off if she thinks I'm doing that. Like, politely go take your weird theories, shove them up your ass. Actually, yesterday I caught one of these things and I needed it for a tier 4 relic. Really? Every time I launch a TikTok stream, it resets my tags, which is mildly annoying. That is quite cool. Nobody, 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 nobody. Ooh, nobody, 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 no. Strong, big and small, big and small. Nobody wants me still. Take me, kiss. Nobody, 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 ooh, nobody, 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 nobody. Yeah, it's a song called Nobody from Mitski. A lot of the lyric is just nobody. It's a very good song. Mitski's very good. She's the person who did Washing Machine Heart, which is a lot more of a popular song, especially on TikTok. I'm so rich on TikTok, I have 3 pence. And I'm pretty sure that all is Meg. It was either this morning or I think it was yesterday. I randomly was doing a testing stream, and out of nowhere, I checked TikTok. There was a rose there from Meg. I didn't see when Meg joined. If she joined, the logs didn't show anything about her joining, but somehow she gave me a rose. She just snuck in, gave a rose, and vanished. I was inside the water temple and I saw someone else. Which isn't meant to be possible. I know on TikTok earlier, people did point out that the temples are kind of breaking because of this. I don't know what either of those icons do. I literally have no idea about any of TikTok. Okay, I don't think Joe's coming over for dinner today anymore. It might be like another day in the week. So I think he's got plans. Maybe he's going to do some schoolwork. He's actually a way better uni student than I am. He studies a lot. And he does his assignments way before their due date. I'm a more realistic uni student. He's like a good uni student. I think because you joined my TikTok stream, now tons of book talk people are joining because there's quite a few people joining with the book emoji now. Yeah, I like delaying everything as much as possible because I can't be arsed with them. Clearly. But also, with my homework, they're usually quite small, so I can get them done within a few hours. Okay. What the fuck was I doing? Other than this. What a very helpful TikTok showing me the glitch that I'm actively doing. How do I use this bloody app? I don't know how to use this app. Shit, I didn't note down the time. Oh yeah, because you don't have the full storage yet. Yeah, that makes sense. You should probably make sure you get all the backpack upgrades and ammo pack upgrades. Jesus, can I speak? Just while you've got the chance to get as much money as possible, just get them all. Yeah, they're Inzekis. They've got little stands. One's got icons of like an arrow and bug bombs and stuff. The other one's just a backpack. Probably worth a check just to make sure you get them all. Okay, good. basically all the ruby money to buy the new house things, the alchemist ones. So I want to be able to build my house out of that because it is more customizable. So I just need to build a few. Good idea. I mean, at some point I need to regather some Palium and iron. Well, as you keep playing, you kind of gather the plushies and little totem stand things for the temples, and you get paintings for everyone you romance. You also get trophies and crap. I swear somewhere TikTok was spamming me saying my flares are going to expire if I don't use them in the next few days. I don't know how to use them or where to find them, so I can't exactly use them, can I? I don't know where to find them, so I can't even use them. It's like telling me you can do this equation without telling me how to do it or what it is. I can't find where the flares are. Because I'm posting on OBS, I don't have like the TikTok I'm live, let me manage my live thing. I can go into my live and look at my live. It doesn't really give me much choice to do anything. And I don't want to use the TikTok Studio app on my laptop because it was awful the last time I tried. It was literally the worst app I've ever downloaded. I can edit my goal. I can gift myself the item things. I don't know why I would, that seems a bit weird. Fuck yeah. Time to go shove these fish in Eloise's stupid face. She believes in all of these fairy tale creatures, that she makes the most weird quests. Like it was something random, like go around and find slime. Or find me these very specific starred fish. acting like it's easy as fuck, but it really isn't. It's a pain in the bloody arse. Where the fuck is she? Probably in Elderwood, I can imagine. No, I'm not going to become a top viewer of my own stream. I'm not that sad. Why can't TikTok be a bit more like Twitch and have like a live moderator view? So I can open up that on my phone, on my laptop, on anything. TikTok, it doesn't even show me that I'm streaming unless I go as a viewer. We're gonna die. I mean, because of how TikTok is, I'm not surprised.
I'm so close to uncovering the truth. I can feel it.
Fuck off.
I'm
Louisa, I don't care about your truth. I care about having mental health and sanity-ish. Not really, but ish. Yeah, I know, Calorie.
Remember, I'm always watching.
Oh, hello, Louisa.
I'd like to bounce some new
Do that again.
theories your way.
Yeah, dark. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Go for.
So, I mean, Palia unites about this crap. Luckily, I have all of this crap at home for Eloisa. Stupid bitch. Palia players seem to very much unite over exploiting bugs. Among other many good things they unite over. Like helping everyone do the relics. That's a really depressing username to have on TikTok. Big Sad Steve. Yeah, it just takes you. At least it's like just a very straight run to the door. The water one's much better with thing. Oh yeah, he's probably very subby. I don't think he's in my stream anymore, but He joined for a second and I saw that and went, that's a very interesting name to have yourself. Do I need to craft it over here? Yes.
Hello there, darling. Ah! I'm sure our paths will cross again.
So Pamela has an affair with Hussein. The hunter boy. Why does that seem in character though? It is kind of creepy, but it seems very much in character. But she's also a witch, so she's probably like 1,000 years old and doesn't get affected by age. It's clear Hussein's just like very horny teen kind of thing. Yeah, Crazy did say she did a quest for him or spoke to him and it was slightly cute. So she started romancing him and apparently he's getting a lot cuter. But I mean, she hasn't played Palia in a bit. Like a moment. I think that's probably what most people do. Because of the yield, the most profitable crop is tomatoes. But for eating, I prefer blueberries because they're quite good, and I prefer the idea of eating blueberry jam than canned beans. I mean, personally, I think eating canned beans, like just out of the can, seems a bit of a questionable choice. Oh yeah, yesterday I went on a hunt to get some white slabs, white stone, to get white stone slabs. I ended up getting more Parlium than I did white stone, which is bloody annoying. you'd think the stone in Elderwoods would be more common than the rare metal. Yeah, that's very valid. Yeah, I've got uni tomorrow, but for me, it's more sit there and listen to. I think tomorrow it's my most boring lecturer because he doesn't quite get that he's not funny and he doesn't know how to teach. And I reiterate, he's not funny. Um, and then a really autistic lecturer who just goes on about jokes that aren't funny, but I kind of let you laugh at him because he's so weird. Yeah, lectures are recorded here, but my personal tutor will make comments if I don't go, so I'd rather not deal with that. I mean, the autistic lecturer I have, he has Godzilla figurines he uses to hold his paper while he writes down everything he says and then scans it. Instead of doing like annotated PowerPoints, it's just pieces of paper he writes on with his awful handwriting. Then he says, "You don't need to do it how I do it because I use all the words." Because he like properly writes out his maths, whereas we need like a tenth of that to get the marks, which is really annoying because I want to look at his as an example for how to format it, but if he does it a different way, then how am I meant to format it correctly? Plus, he also seems to really dislike geographers because he constantly disses geographers in his lectures. Like, there seems to be no rhyme or reason, just random dissing of geographers. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, what? I'm pretty sure I bought a roof thing. What's this bloody called? I mean, that's fair. Joe heard he was going to get an assignment and he started it right away. I have assignments like every week, but it's only for 2 modules, so it's alternating, which is quite nice. They get set on a Monday or maybe Wednesday, and they're due in on a Friday the following week. So I'm quite good, I think. They weren't clear with how they're going to do it. Yeah, see, I think that's where a lot of people would just go, hey, fuck it, I don't need to do shit for a year. Can I put I can't put the Killamur Bay window on this. Can I put porch on there? No. See, that's really annoying because this could make a really cool house. But I want like the porch because the porch is quite nice. Unless I bought like 20 of these cottage things. It is, but you can't move it onto the alchemist housing, which I'd really like to do. When you're dragging, you put it near and it kind of clips onto it. And if you drag it on top of one, it clips, like attaches onto the roof. When you... How do I put this ivy on things? Oh, that's a pillar. You need to like finish growing your stuff. You need to harvest it all, then you can pick them up and move them. Or if you've only planted things on a 3x3 in each of them, you can move them around. But if there's like a 2x2 that crosses over or a 3x3 that crosses over, it won't let you move them at all. I don't like that song. Oh, yep. It's got to let the game have its little paddy. Oh, I have access to Eloise's room. Yes. fucking threw myself off my roof. A lot of the placeable things can just be, a lot of them are things that don't take up storage. Level 26 gardening. I've got quite like a organized and varied farm, so I have tons of things that are getting me gardening skill when I harvest. Plus, I make sure my focus bar is full. Harvesting everything on my garden once completely drains my focus bar. That's one thing I do like about my garden, the way it is set up. I barely have to water things, and when I do water things, it's only when I harvest things. Which means I can just neglect my farm, and whenever I go back to it, I've got more things I can get money from. Regardless, I think everyone in Palia kind of neglects their farms until something's harvested. There's so much to do, you never really decide, I'm just going to spend like a bit at my base, or schedule to go back every day at 6 just to harvest things. It's more, you realise, oh, that needs watering randomly at some point within 4 hours time span. Then a random, oh, that's grown, I'll harvest that. Usually if I'm not doing anything too time crunchy and I have this grown stuff, I do make sure I've harvested things in my base, but if like I'm doing a Magi Market or anything with a time crunch, the farm can fuck itself. I'm busy. Probably wouldn't hurt if I went and got a few more rubies, just to make sure I can buy enough alchemist things. Oh, it's definitely worth getting the full chest upgrades, because then you don't have to worry about your storage for a little bit until you realise you've got 13,000 just crap. And then you sit there and you can't, and you don't really want to sit there and do 16,000 runs to Zeki's and back to sell everything. So you put it in your bin and it just fills up instantly. So I tried to clear out some of the fish I had, because I had a lot of fish. the shipping bin would get full almost instantly, and I've barely got through any of them. I just couldn't be asked. I downloaded a bot that should get rid of bots like that, but it doesn't. Gold. What's a pathetic grove? It's like 2 trees. It's an itty bitty grove. Palia doesn't let you say shit. Some convenient free flow infused wood. course, it looks like everyone's going to do rubies. Jesus, I nearly threw myself off the edge. Here. Yep. Judy April. Oh, Choco, clearly. Oh. If it is a quest related to the gardener, that makes sense. It's new, so they'd make mistakes. Yeah, it's just a lot of book talkers now. And the random, like completely random IGN people. Not IGNs. There is no in-game name for TikTok. Apparently my estimated rewards has went up recently to 4p. So much big money. Someone really gonna spend all the money they get from rubies on greenhouses. Alerts on the phone, you mean like the alerts that are saying dangerous weather event or... Yeah, it doesn't help that clearly autocorrect went with it on that one. Took what you were typing and went with its own story. So I was like, what the fuck you mean alertness on the phone? Is that like when you're being really alert while sitting on the phone, or is that referencing the alerts about big weather events and... Yeah. I mean, like, I think I've got on a grand total of 3, and one was the big storm that happened in Wales. I still find it funny that Apple users get it slightly after us, the Samsung users. So just remembering my flat last year, there was the weather event alarm that went off, warning everyone about dangerous to life and like some really big storm. Pippa, one of my flatmates, she goes, I haven't got it. Her phone just didn't give it until like a few hours after. Yeah, Apple was comfortable with you dying, like you dying first. They'll warn you after you've died, but like everyone on the flat with Android synchronously had them going off, like all at the same time. It was just the Apple user that had it delayed. I think even if you turn it off, alarms can still sound if it's like a danger to life event. You just turn off the testing, which I think actually... I think that was meant to happen in September, to be honest. I think there was meant to be a test one in September that I didn't get. Maybe I turned the test ones off. I don't know. Or maybe it went off while I was sleeping and I didn't notice, which is very likely. When people describe how to get the ruby, they say, when you're digging, wait for dirt sounds. I 50-50 get dirt or stone. I listen out for the little whoosh after the sound. So there's like a whoosh that happens that indicates you're digging a pile. Yeah. Oh, and I'm assuming you didn't hear, but someone pointed out that these places we're digging, they're where piles are in one of the gardener's quests. So it must be linked to the gardener. So I added him recently with his quest recently. So if they've recently added that, that makes sense. Because they're meant to pop up for his quest and then vanish. Clearly they just still work, even though they're not there. But there was probably a slight bit of intent behind it. Yeah, you can friendship him. He's like a fully friendshipable person. So if you go in and he's really out of the way, so yeah, it's hard for me to remember him because he's just so out of the way. So you've got to go to Bahari Bay, go to the Temple of Roots, then go all the way. I haven't got that yet. I think you need to get to like Friendship 1 or Friendship 2 to get that. It's too much effort. I just can't be motivated. Yeah, on your plot, definitely. But until I get like the level 2 where they give me a totem for him, he's just not going to get any interactions because I can't be asked to go all the way to Bahari Bay, all the way to the Temple of Roots, then all the way to the garden in the Temple of Roots. Just about 30 seconds for him to start up, then to communicate, then to walk all the way back. It's just so out of the way. I think Meg just joined my TikTok stream. If I remember her TikTok name correctly, that is. The voices in Palia always jump scare me. Someone does the waving emote and it's like a hello, and it jump scares me. Literally have no warning. There's just a random little hello that appears.
Hey.
Thing is that I prefer with Twitch than TikTok is I can see on Twitch who is actually in my chat, whereas with TikTok it doesn't say. I can't see anywhere. It shows like my top gifter of the stream, the most active viewer, but it doesn't tell me who's in chat. Shame, I was going to see if I could help with their request, but someone else did it. So I realised there is an achievement for gifting people things. It's like 60 for the second to last one, I think. 60 people, 60 things. Well, 60 things in general. And I'd like to be able to get that. Someone's asking for a ruby. I'm not giving them my only spare normal ruby. Because you can't gift starred ones, so it's going to take from my normal ones. I don't want to give away my only normal one. I'd like at least one normal one in the thing, just in case someone needs it. If they wanted amethyst, they can take amethyst. I've got shit tons of them. Just something in me inside. Just let me explain. I know you understand. If you let me stay the night. Would you love me more? Would you love me more? Because I would believe. How I am, my hands that I used. And I kill someone for you. My face is on the news. It's a lot more pleasant when you do wait in between going back in, because then there's no times you can walk in and not get anything and have to dig around before you realise you went in too fast. Especially while listening to music, so I can just mindlessly just go in and out. I'm currently on my 9th run for a ruby. Because before I hadn't quite figured out the location either, so it was a bit of digging around. And of course I didn't know exactly to wait the 10 in-game minutes. So I'd go in sometimes, dig around, there's nothing there. No, pat him down. Go in, go to spot, big ruby, launch myself in lava, walk out, wait 10 seconds. Well, 10 in-game minutes. I think Palia doesn't line their minutes exactly up to seconds. Because I've noticed sometimes that one in-game hour is like 3 minutes. Or just shy of 3 minutes. So I think they might line up one in-game day with an hour instead of with 24 minutes. I'm not sure, I'm actually speaking at my arse, but as far as I've found, yeah, as far as I've found, it's that. But yeah, again, might be talking at my arse. Because our family, very good at talking out our arse. Especially Grandpa. I can't remember whether it was Chris. No, I think it was summer. I said about something, because Grandpa had said something that wasn't quite right. So I commented that studies have proved this, and he says, you need to stop reading books, or you need to stop believing everything in books. Which shocked me totally, because surely that's just going, you shouldn't believe what the facts are telling you, you should believe what I'm telling you. I think that might just be Grandpa. He is kind of like that sometimes. Might just be an old man thing. Which I wouldn't be surprised, because I think many other grandfathers for different people all seem to say things like that. I just remember him saying it, I just was so took back for how out there and random that was. Like, hearing it, it didn't quite make sense. Yes, concoction of about 7 people. Love to see it. Plus, there's about 4 or 5 pets combined into one. I do like doing Temple and coming back and just seeing everyone into this it's just become this one blob of a person. Yeah, because when Grandpa dropped me off to uni in September, the day before I moved in, me, Grandpa, Joe's mum, and Joe had dinner together at Glengower because Grandpa thought that'd be nice to invite them. It was quite a nice dinner. They managed to cover some topics, and Grandpa managed to not be racist, which was quite impressive. When he brought the topic up, I was very worried he was going to slip into that area. He successfully didn't, which is quite good for him. Yeah. It was about immigrants being in the UK, and he managed to not be racist about it. Which, I mean, the second I heard him start talking about it, I was ready for, like, a mental facepalm. He was clearly on his best behaviour with Joe's mum there. Playing games with an Ethernet connection is much better than playing over just normal Wi-Fi. The Ethernet connection is actually quite stable. There's not really much fluctuations in how it's working. I'm sure there will be when Wales has a Wales weather, like that storm. It will be annoying when I go back for like summer again next year, because Nan and Grandpa's Wi-Fi, especially in that summer house, absolutely awful. It's like their Wi-Fi in general is horrible, let alone down in the summer house. Forge or Glebe? Well, I think for years they've been using Sky, haven't they? They've been doing Sky for quite a while. Or was it BT? Might be BT. One of them. Of which both, for being a massive providers, BT and Sky, terrible. Yeah, they must have changed from BT in the most recent address. So no, when talking about it, they're like talking about on the phone, they've been with them for years because they seem to stick with people. So I think recently they changed it to an EE Wi-Fi, which is slightly better than their old one, but still not very good. For a company named Everything Everywhere, they're pretty good at having nothing anywhere. Considering the only place I ever have signal for my EE contract phone is in my uni room. Out walking around town, no signal. At campus, no signal. At Nan and Grandpa's, no signal. Anywhere in Kettering, no signal. Wish, like, getting stable signal was as much of a topic in Parliament and global politics as, like, LGBTQ, because then we'd actually be able to message people if something went wrong. Communications is quite important. I've not heard anything more about this digital ID thing we're meant to start doing soon. I just know tons and tons of British people have just been saying they're not going to download it. They're just going to refuse. They can't enforce it if no one does it. Well, the Labour Party were trying to push a digital ID app you'd have on your phone, which you're required to get jobs and drink alcohol and stuff. Instead of, like, the cards, because apparently this digital ID will prevent immigrants from getting jobs illegally. Just stupid people think. But it's bullshit because it's basically something that hackers can hack into and get everyone's ID. It'll make everything harder. People will still be here illegally no matter what. And it just puts everyone's ID at risk. So all it takes is one hacker to go to that very, I'm sure, very secure site that's all hosted, just to get everyone's ID and leak everyone's ID and fuck everyone over. It also, paired with the Internet Safety Act, means that Parliament can kind of track whatever we're doing, where we are at all times. So, like, I think with how Gen Z is, especially, and how the younger millennials are, they might struggle to enforce it. Plus, elderly people can't really figure out how to open Facebook most of the time. How do you think they're going to manage to run a digital ID app on their phone? The amount of petitions people have made against the Internet Safety Act and Digital ID is extreme. Because both are just bullshit. Bullshit things made by Labour. Plus, it'd be funny if you can't go to work because your phone's dead. The amount of excuses people make if digital ID was a thing. Can't come work today, my phone's dead. 16 rubies. My troubles at the burning fire, falling up better to smile. If I could find, then I taste the rain. Now my troubles in the burning fire. That's actually a point. I applied for this HC2 thing because I'm a uni student. I can get like discounts on my glasses at Specsavers, discounts on prescriptions, but in Wales it's free anyway, so don't really care about that. It also gives me discounts on travel movement for NHS care, which is quite good. I don't think I get much, but it's definitely something. Like, I think max, I think, if I understand this correctly, I can pay £109 max for a pair of glasses, and then anything else the NHS will cover. I think. Which is still quite a lot of money I still have to pay. For travel, it's only £54. I don't know if it maybe means they give me a £100 voucher before I pay, or I've got to pay £100 before I get a voucher. The dental treatment is a lot worse. Like, for NHS dental treatment, wigs and fabric supports, I pay a maximum of £164 per course of treatment or prescribed item. I don't think that's going to apply ever. I don't think I'm ever going to get a discount because of that. And you'd think I would get, like, one of the higher amounts, because I get max loan and everything. I mean, I've suggested Joe do it. I don't think he has, but I've said he should. Because there's a decent chance he'll get more than I will. Because he's currently applying for DSA. Because mental health stuff. But also, he has a decent amount of prescriptions, so I think it might cover more for him. Saying he doesn't pay for his prescriptions in Wales because Wales is cool. It's one of the many reasons why Wales would be a much better place to live if it wasn't so bloody remote. For like the jobs that me and Joe want to do, we shouldn't really be remote. For the like future goals you want, Wales is probably bloody perfect. Plus, Joe also wants to live near his family, which makes sense. Because his family's a lot more functional than ours. I mean, Wales is beautiful. and peaceful and free prescriptions. It is one of the most LGBTQ safe places in Europe, and probably generally the world. Plus, because of how Wales is, if something happened like war-wise, Wales would be forgotten. I think Wales would be kind of left to do their own thing, kind of like Switzerland. Because English people seem to forget how Welsh people are. They're not, and English people are full of it. Just put it simply. In the UK, everything is about England. And in social media, they prefer Scottish people because Scottish people wear kilts and they have hot accents and stuff. Whereas Wales is just like, people see it as just like farms, it's like hills. Nice holiday place, that's about it. Okay, I'm gonna go AFK for a second. Okay, I'm back. Nice. Decorating the plot is one of the nice things. It's very calming. Very calm in general. But it's nice seeing your plot look the way you like it. Plus, with the storage saving, it's very worth it. I mean, I intend to, after I've got my alchemist's house set up, I'm gonna move, like, my decorative things into the alchemist's house. I think... Either I'm gonna put my decoration stuff in the alchemist house, or I might keep it in the Killimer house. Just because I like the see-through windows and porch and stuff from a decorated house. And then the alchemist one, I'll probably decorate with certain rooms for certain areas. So like I've got a room for my elderwood fish, a room for my Bahari Bay fish, a room for the bugs, a room for them bugs. Just so I save storage. I've always got one of each thing. I'd also probably like if they added it so we had a chest that didn't link, so we can like have a house, a room full of starfish, and in this house, in that chest, if that chest wouldn't link to the rest, so if you craft or cook, it doesn't take anything out of it. You can like you can organize your fish so it doesn't fill up your main storage system. You won't accidentally use them, and they're like just there in case. Like I think that'd be quite nice. Oh, and Palia official Discord was put applications for mini match, which is like a step below moderator. To do it, you need to sign an NDA and do an application. I was tempted to do it, but then I just thought I can see myself accidentally saying something. Or accidentally hinting something. I'm thinking I might. I just need to figure out if I would have the time and look what it does. Because, I mean, technically, it is experience I can put down on my CV. And because I'm looking at education, helping people generally is quite a good bit of an experience that I could use for education-based jobs. Like how I run a Minecraft server, I manage a community of around 100 people, helping people where they need it, and that can be very much related. In fact, I put it down on my application to uni. I put it down on my UCAS application, so it's probably something I'd put down as on applications to get a job. And I've got Crazy, the American other co-owner, that has said if I do need a reference, she's willing to be it. Yeah, it's transferable. There's a lot of transferable things in them. Especially because of the fact that it is dealing with people. Some of them probably younger. And teaching how to do things. That's very, very related to education. Because Careers said, when you do a CV or an application, don't put any jobs that are not relevant on your CV. Which is why I wouldn't want to go get like bartender, because that's not relevant. But also, I think all the bartender jobs in the uni town require you to have some experience in bartending, which, funnily enough, I don't have. I keep forgetting to get a picture taken, like, for a passport photo. So I want to get a new passport so I can apply to tutor. So I can do that online, and that can earn a decent amount. Just because I'd like a bit of extra spending money. Like, my loan covers everything, and I still have spending money left over, but I'd like some more spending money. So then, like, next year I can buy a proper PC. So then I've got a laptop for school, and then a proper PC to play. And also then I can also put things to the side for savings. So I've got like 400 in an investment pot. Got 200 in premium bonds. Yeah, you never can have too much. Especially if I got like 2,000 spare, I could easily buy a PC with that. And I would use that no end. And like after uni, when I get a place, I can buy 3 screens for it, or 4. Because of how much things I do at once, I would need like 4 or 5 screens to be like fully pleased. I've got 2 right now, and it just isn't enough. It's definitely over the top, but I could really do with like 5 screens, because the amount of things I could do so much easier with it on 21 rubies. That's another 100k. Oh, I'll go do Grove. So I do need some flow infused woods. F9, so it's around there. Plus, if I get a tutoring job, it means Grandpa will stop going on about things. Because occasionally, when I'm around his, he does go on about getting a job, and I'm like, it very much is repetitive. Luckily, I'm very good at filtering things out, so it doesn't bother me much. Plus, now Maisie's with him, it's more targeted towards Maisie. Plus, there's the bonus of, well, negative for Maisie. She's a girl, so Grandpa seems to expect a bit more out of Maisie than... Because, like... As you said, he's just a bit old school. Nice, a normal sized grove. What I would like is the flow infused wood seeds. For some people on Palia, they host parties where on their plot they've just got like 20 or even 40 flow-infused wood trees that they've just grown. And the entire party is just everyone's chopping them down with them. So people both get seeds and wood out of it, which is amazing. I would like to join one at some point because that would be amazing. Just all the flow-infused wood from it. Said in chat, are we all here and started chopping at like 2 AM? I'm not chopping because we should have waited till 3. Because then stragglers come back in between 2 and 3, hoping for grove. And now there's no grove because they chopped it all. It just seems like a little bit selfish to me. Wait till 3 because that's globally understood as grove time. Oh yeah, I chop them first. The second I get to grove, I chop all the trees at least once just to make sure. So I know what some people are like. How glorious you. I don't know. this morning. What the fuck? I just got curious, so I thought I'd check. So I started my DBS in July, 10th of July. I bet you can guess if it's completed or not. It's nearly been 4 months, and they've been on records held by police search since the 15th of July. That is mental. How's Nam gonna get anyone to have finished a DBS if mine started in July and hasn't even been like going to the last bit? It really is. Yeah, you're. Can't even imagine when you're gonna get yours. Oh, sneezy sneeze. I mean, at least when it comes back, you'd hope that it will come back and it'll expire a year after it was given out, rather than the year after I applied for it. If so, it'd cover next summer, just in case. I can imagine they're going to make it expire July next year, because that's when I applied. Sounds about right for our messed up system. Trust him for your life. So can I. Where marbles where it goes, where nobody knows the way. What fucking weird place for you to clip on? There we go. Time to move some of my things over to this new area. I'm moving some of my collectibles into my alchemist thing. So I'm going to basically turn it into a little museum. That's from Magic Market. Hunting trophy. Do I have any other hunting trophies? That's Eloise's moon dial. That's probably furniture? Yeah. Oh, I have some pings. I wonder who has pinged me. On Discord. Just thought I should specify. Yeah, just jump off the building I just climbed up the stairs for, why don't you? With the display like this, it's making me want to collect all the plushies for all of the animals. And the mounted heads, if that's possible. I know for a fact I want the normal Cernak plushie, because I've got the other two. I need the easier one to kill. I need the plushie of that one. I can imagine it's a lot more difficult on PS, especially because I think when you place down fish, you do it from the house menu instead of straight from your inventory, like while walking around, like I've been. Yeah, it's so much easier because you can actually walk around and figure out what you want it. You can do it with starred food too, and starred bugs. With starred food, do the other click to eating. You don't eat, you place. It's probably easier to place from the house menu and then move rather than pick up and move. On PS at least. Just so you don't accidentally eat the thing you're trying to place down. My stream is currently framey, but that's just my game being framey.
Here to rescue me from my misery?
Oh, fuck off, Kenyatta. I want to buy houses, not speak to you. Thank you. I'm sitting there trying to go to the register and she's just chatting about how her life's horrible and her mum's a bully or shit like that. Well, I spent all the money I got from the road already. These alchemist houses cost a bloody fortune. No, I won't go to this menu. Come on. I'm just going to place the rooms down randomly because I need them easy access so I can build things. Can I like pick them all up? Please? F. No, I would like to like pick up the entire thing. No, don't pick up everything. I want to move them. The alchemist one can only attach to other alchemist ones. Now I get to move all of this tut from my Killamore Valley house to my alchemist cottage. And then I can take some rooms off my Killamore house and have my Killamore house actually be nice and decorative. Because it was, and they had to add the extra rooms because I wanted space to put things. Because of course they have the potato pods. And because I like collecting things, not as much as other people, but I like collecting little things that I have and putting them on display if I've got them. I've kind of got shelves with every single potato pod I have on. So naturally one of my rooms is just dedicated to that in my Killamore Village house. There's also the added bonus, I don't have to move around absolutely everything in my house the second I get one new thing. So I just add it to this house instead. And I can also have logical pathways around, so... Well, that wasn't successful. I accidentally bounced onto my roof, and then I fell backwards onto the bouncer, so I bounced back up. I wasn't looking at that. That is miles away from the shelf I'm pointing at. Why would you name your TikTok account No Commentary? Is that like you're scared of someone asking you a question? Okay, I need to find a free storage chest I can move. I don't want to ruin my symmetry. Some shelves. Shelves. Yeah, shelves. Okay, see you later. Can you not? Thank you. I get overwhelmed, so usually my anxiety creeps inside of me, makes it hard to be what I'm over me, feels like somebody else. I get overwhelmed, so usually my anxiety creeps inside of me, I can't keep what's come over me, feels like somebody else. I get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed so easily, my anxiety creeps inside of me, makes it hard to first come over me, feels like somebody else. I get overwhelmed so easily, my anxiety creeps inside of me, when I try to sleep, words come over me, feels like somebody else. I get overwhelmed. Oh, oh. Be fine. Also, no, I'll be fine. No, I get overwhelmed so easily. My anxiety creeps inside of me, makes it hard to breathe. What's come over me, feels like somebody else. I get overwhelmed. Else. I'll pick out, I'll pick out, I'll pick out today. Oh my God, I'm open the door.